Now, for the first time, here's a look behind the scenes at the making of the video.
Okay. Compartmentalization. I don't know how anybody, I'll just be real with you, goes through grief, like divorce, any kind of grief, any kind of loss, without having an outlet.
After a more than 3-year legal battle, the talk show host has filed a countersuit against her former husband and his father, Brandon Blackstock's management.
Ian?
Yeah.
Do you tell her how much you love her?
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
Oh, yeah. I love you. Another thing you special.
For nearly 2 decades, the name Kelly Clarkson has been synonymous with power, authenticity, and an undeniable ability to connect with millions. She was the every woman who achieved the impossible, the underdog who became an icon. Her story, a true American fairy tale, culminated in what appeared to be a beautiful marriage to Brandon Blackstock, complete with a blended family and a flourishing career that seemed to defy gravity. To the world, Kelly Clarkson had it all: the powerhouse voice, the storybook career, and a family that seemed unbreakable. But behind the infectious smile of America's sweetheart, a storm was brewing, slowly and painfully, a tempest that would tear her world apart, only to rebuild her stronger, more resilient, and more honest than ever before. Today, we're not just looking back at a celebrity divorce, we're examining a profound human transformation. We're delving past the headlines and the official statements to uncover the alleged reasons, the complex truths, and the powerful forces that conspired to bring this chapter to a heartbreaking end, only for Kelly to write an even more powerful beginning. What really happened behind closed doors? And how did Kelly Clarkson channel heartbreak, betrayal, and profound personal loss into her ultimate source of power and her greatest triumph yet? This is her story.
I want to be an American Idol because I like to perform. That's just all I do.
But we don't think Kelly is going to need that plan.
Hello, Kelly.
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm a big fan of you, by the way.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
20. I just turned 20 this April.
Let's begin by tracing the remarkable journey of Kelly Clarkson, a journey that deeply resonates with millions who witnessed her rise. Born in Fort Worth, Texas, Kelly endured humble beginnings, a testament to her unyielding spirit. Her talent was undeniable, but it was her relatable charm and raw vulnerability that captured the nation's heart during the inaugural season of American Idol in 2002. She wasn't just a contestant, she was a phenomenon. We watched her nervously step onto that stage, transform into a vocal titan, and ultimately seize the crown, becoming the very first American Idol. It was the purest form of the American dream, played out in real time, and our audience, many of whom watched her every week, felt an intrinsic connection to her authenticity.
The winner of American Idol 2002 is... Kelly Clarkson.
From that moment, her career was an unstoppable force. Her music became the soundtrack to millions of lives. Who can forget the anthems of empowerment like Since You Been Gone, a defiant breakup track that taught us to stand tall, or Stronger, What Doesn't Kill You, a global sensation that became a mantra for resilience. These songs weren't just catchy, they were emotional lifelines, cementing her status as a beacon of strength for women everywhere. She was the voice telling us to push through, to rise above, to find power in our pain. As her professional life soared,
has occurred since rumor first broke of Kelly Clarkson's husband, Brandon Blackstock, cheating on her. While we are hoping for Clarkson's sake these are just rumors, here's what went down. Online publication The Dirty posted a story about Blackstock's alleged affair, and shortly after, under the comments section, a user with Clarkson's name wrote, "This is absolutely absurd."
so too did her personal dreams seemingly fall into place. In 2013, Kelly married Brandon Blackstock, the son of her former manager, Brandon Blackstock. It appeared to be the perfect union, a blending of personal and professional worlds. They welcomed 2 beautiful children, River Rose and Remington Alexander, and Kelly embraced her role as a stepmother to Brandon's 2 children from a previous marriage. Their ranch in Montana became their family sanctuary, a sprawling retreat from the demands of Hollywood. Images of their seemingly idyllic life filled magazines and social media, holidays, family adventures, and a picture of domestic bliss that seemed to perfectly complete her fairy tale. She had the career, the family, the loving partner. It was the happy ending everyone, especially her devoted fan base, had hoped for. This wasn't just a marriage, it was the completion of her American dream.
We are what we eat. So we have really great cattle at our property, and we also have a bunch of horses, obviously. Montana is such a beautiful state. It's my favorite one, like as far as aesthetically pleasing. And it's just, you know, we have a lot of acres to just kind of get lost on. So it's nice. It's just, you feel like we're always living in LA and doing so many jobs and working almost 7 days a week sometimes. And then we come here and there's like no one around. So it's really nice. He's kind of in heaven, I'm not gonna lie. The social distancing is really good for my husband. Born to be a cowboy.
However, behind the meticulously curated public image, a very different story was allegedly unfolding. The first crack in the facade appeared in June 2020, with the shocking announcement that Kelly had filed for divorce from Brandon Blackstock. The news blindsided many, but insiders and subsequent legal filings began to paint a picture of a marriage that had been struggling for a significant period. What began as a seemingly amicable separation quickly spiraled into one of the most contentious and public celebrity divorces in recent memory. This wasn't just an uncoupling, it was a battle for her future, her finances, and her peace of mind. The legal proceedings dragged on for over 2 years, becoming a grueling saga that took a profound emotional and financial toll. One of the most talked about aspects was the dispute over their expansive Montana ranch. Kelly clearly expressed her desire to keep the property. She was ultimately awarded primary possession, only after a judge mandated that Brandon, who wanted to live there, pay a hefty monthly rent to her. Then came the bombshell regarding spousal and child support. Despite her massive success, Kelly was ordered to pay Brandon an astonishing sum of over $1.3 million as a one-time payment, in addition to significant ongoing monthly spousal support and child support. For many, this felt like an unjust twist, seeing a woman of her standing seemingly penalized financially in such a public way. Beyond the monetary battles, there were deeply painful accusations that emerged from the shadows of the divorce. Kelly alleged that Brandon and his father's company, Starstruck Management Group, had defrauded her out of millions of dollars over the course of her career. She claimed they had charged her exorbitant fees and engaged in illegal, unregistered talent agency activities. While Brandon's legal team denied these claims, the very public legal fight added layers of betrayal to an already agonizing situation. Imagine the emotional weight of discovering that those closest to you, those entrusted with your career and your heart, were allegedly not acting in your best interest. It was a profound violation of trust that echoed far beyond the courtroom. Throughout this ordeal, Kelly showed incredible vulnerability on her daytime talk show. She often spoke candidly, though guardedly, about the pain she was experiencing, sometimes with her voice cracking, sometimes with tears in her eyes. Our audience, many of whom have faced their own difficult divorces or personal betrayals, saw themselves in her struggle. She wasn't just a celebrity, she was a woman navigating immense personal sorrow, managing a demanding career, and trying to protect her children, all while under the relentless glare of public scrutiny. This raw honesty forged an even deeper bond with her fans, showcasing her as a real, flawed, but ultimately resilient human being. But this period of profound darkness was not an ending. It was a crucible. It was the fire that forged a new Kelly Clarkson, one more powerful, more authentic, and utterly in command of her own narrative. This was her phoenix moment, and the world watched as she began to rise from the ashes. Her talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, all also evolved into an even more powerful platform. No longer just a celebrity host, Kelly became a trusted confidant and a voice for empowerment. Her interviews became deeper, more empathetic, and more genuine. She openly shared wisdom gleaned from her own struggles, offering comfort and understanding to guests and viewers alike. She has leveraged her experience to create a space where vulnerability is celebrated and resilience is championed, transforming the show into a beacon of positivity and support for women navigating their own challenges. In her relocation of The Kelly Clarkson Show from Los Angeles to New York, we saw another definitive step in her personal and professional reinvention. This wasn't just a logistical move, it was a symbolic break from the environment where her marriage had crumbled, a fresh start in a vibrant new city. It represented her taking firm control of her life, making decisions that prioritized her family's well-being and her own peace, free from the shadows of the past. The journey of Kelly Clarkson is a powerful testament to the human spirit's capacity for resilience. She was not destroyed by her divorce. She was, in fact, liberated. The painful dissolution of her marriage forced her to confront her deepest vulnerabilities, but in doing so, it ignited a fire within her. It compelled her to find a new level of strength, authenticity, and creative power that she might have never accessed otherwise. She took the trauma, the betrayal, and the public scrutiny and transformed it into a masterpiece of self-reclamation. She emerged not just as a survivor, but as a conqueror, rewriting her narrative on her own terms. Kelly Clarkson's story is a profound reminder that even in our darkest moments, there lies the potential for our brightest light. Her journey proves that heartbreak is not the end of a story, but often the tumultuous beginning of a far more powerful one. It was not the end of her fairy tale. It was the audacious start of her true reign, a reign built on authenticity, courage, and an unbreakable spirit. What part of Kelly's journey resonates most with you? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below. And for more in-depth analysis of the stories making headlines, be sure to subscribe to this channel and enable notifications.